Check out the brand new website, guys. Brand new training gear as well.
That was me at 15. That was a horrible photo. I spent like 40 bucks on getting that photo done. My very first competition when I was mad young. And it was awful. Like, even when you look good, there's just certain photos you take under certain lighting that just make you look like you don't even lift no matter how good you look. Granted, I was young as could be. I'd only been training for like 7 months at the time. I was still way too skinny to actually be on stage. However, I wanted to get on and have fun. And I still did well. I won Best Posing Award because I had confidence and I could dance and all that stuff. So I nailed the posing like a pro, and I got second in teens. However, this photo makes it look 1,000 times worse than it actually was, hence why there's pellet gun shots in it.
On January 16th, 2006, I became hooked on bodybuilding when I saw a true life episode of a bodybuilder and decided to start tracking my progress and researching bodybuilders. My father had to talk me out of signing up for that year's Spirit of America competition and at least give myself the summer to add some sort of size. So that fall, at 15 years old, I jumped into the 2006 Gate City Championships, a small local show in New Hampshire, at 118 pounds, and I placed second in the teens and won the Best Posing Award. And became hooked on the most exciting, the most fun, and the most addictive thing in the world, which is bodybuilding competitions. In 2007, I created a Body Space account and began marketing myself similarly to how I do nowadays, just on a much smaller scale, but building a small little following in the teen division on there. And I jumped into my first and only NPC contest, where I won the teen division and placed second in the lightweight men's. It was a very small local show in Rhode Island, so it wasn't anything super high as far as competition goes. In 2009, I returned to the stage in my senior year of high school to go undefeated 3 in a row. I stepped on stage at the 2009 Spirit of America, finally, that show my father had to talk me out of doing way back in the day, where I won the teen division, which felt amazing, and I did very well, top 5 in the men's. I also won the teen division and won top 4 in the men's division in the OCB Rhode Island Natural, which is what you're seeing right here. And then I was going to quit bodybuilding, but upon graduating, my friend and my girlfriend at the time talked me into doing one final show, and that was the IMBF Monster Mash, one of the largest regional natural bodybuilding contests held on the East Coast. So I jumped into it, and I did it, considering I've been wanting to do it for a long, long time. And I'm glad I did. I was going to quit bodybuilding altogether, and upon doing the show, I became sponsored by RTN, my first sponsors ever at 18 years old, and I also got flown out to do my very first paid photo shoot out of state and started my modeling career. I also started my YouTube channel and really blew it up for bodybuilding. And in this actual show, I won the teen division, and I placed second in a heavy, heavy men's lineup. It felt amazing. In fact, the dude who placed third behind me in the men's was the promoter of the 2006 Gate City Championship show that I did for my first show back in 2006. It was amazing. In 2010, I did my last teen show at 19 years old. I competed in a show I had been dying and fantasizing to do forever, the Natural Mr Olympia, the largest natural contest in the world. And I did the teen division only because I wanted that teen Mr Olympia title. You guys saw this whole thing in The Vault, a documentary that was featured on 7 different websites. It filmed my entire journey leading up to this competition. Prep, training, traveling all over the country for different photo shoots. We hit 8 different states in a month, and I documented all of it for you guys. It's right on my channel. It's a full playlist, 15 episodes strong. It was a very, very, very controversial second place overall. There was multiple teen divisions, and quite honestly, everyone will tell you, and I myself will tell you, even though this is not my nature to argue with the results, I honestly believe I had first place in the teens. My conditioning was simply the best on there. But it was still an amazing show. I got to fly out to Reno, Nevada. It was an incredible experience. It also led me to becoming blessed with the opportunity to become the first drug-tested teen bodybuilder to make a cover of a magazine in bodybuilding/fitness ever, which was amazing. And that was World Physique magazine. Came out in spring of 2011. I was 19 when I made that cover. I then turned 20 and I took all of 2011 off. And I really should have taken 2012 off, but upon turning 21, about a week or so after my 21st birthday, I stepped back on stage out in California at Venice Beach at the famous Muscle Beach for the Mr. and Mrs. 4th of July Muscle Beach. And I placed third in the lightweight open. It was not a drug-tested show, and being a natural, that puts me at a huge disadvantage, but it was still a blast. My head really wasn't in the game though. I didn't really want to do this competition. I kind of forced myself to keep my name relevant with sponsors and whatnot, which was a horrible idea. I mean, we all learn from it, so it's fine. Now I know not to do that. And that is why I am taking some serious time off and waiting until I really, really feel inspired to do a show for me again. Here's where I'm at in November 2013, off season. And I'm not going to be stepping on stage again for a couple of years now. When I finally do step on stage, I plan on getting my natural pro card in either the WNBF or the IFPA. Most likely the IFPA, because WNBF tries to rule you with a strict thumb, and they give you no leniency or freedom to do anything else. But anyway, the point of this video is to answer the famous question, when should you begin competing? Some will argue that you should not compete during your teen years. In fact, you should use them to put on as much size as you can. But quite honestly, your teenage years are going to limit how much size you can actually put on anyway because you're so young. It's not till your 20s that you really start slapping on size. My answer, as a competitive bodybuilder, is compete the moment you want to compete. The minute you feel that inspiration. Because it's literally unveiling and honing in everything we love about the lifestyle of bodybuilding, the training, nutrition, and putting it to the test and finding out where we really stand in bodybuilding. It's the funnest thing in the world. Subscribe now, guys.